Mm-hmm. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Rise and shine. Even on a cloudy day, we're going to have to find the shine. We're going to have to let the hell sink in here at Helsinki. Your boy Marky Saint is headed in to Helsinki right now. You're going to see what it takes to take the train, plane, an automobile to get where I need to be in life. You know what I mean? This morning's motivation is to talk about the hell that we let sink in, the hell that we live inside and trust and believe. There's a lot of it. Dogs on shirts. Go ahead, doggy. He's our guard dog this morning. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bark, the one that bites, the one that dog inside. This is Saint's addiction, leg out morning motivation. So I get up in the morning yesterday and I met a reliable model right here. She's gonna model for me, nice little thirst trap. And if it wasn't for my bravery, I wouldn't have got to meet her. You know, there's a lot of things that we don't face. We put on the face, we put on the mask, but we don't actually face the task. We don't face ourselves, the reason why we're hiding, all the trauma responses, it's all inside of us. And that's when I started to learn about it. I was talking with my friend and he's like, bro, I'm waking up in cold sweats. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking over here. This is the Finland hood, by the way. I'm in the Finland hood somewhere in here. I don't know. Why are you looking at me? Punk. You don't want none. You're afraid of yourself, so you're looking at me because I'm not afraid. That's what's weird. And people will stare. They will misunderstand. They will miscalculate. Hell, they'll even think I'm breaking in their backyard because that's their fear. Someone might come and steal the child. Nice Mercedes, cars on shirts. But this is what I'm talking about. Letting the hell sink in. We're going into Helsinki, but there's a hell inside of us that we live in. I must book the morning marijuana motivation before I get on this train, but there's a little bit of hell that we live in. Maybe it was our childhood. How are you, bro? How are you? He smiled. Thumbs up. You know, maybe it was our childhood. Maybe we didn't like the way that our parents talked to us. Maybe we felt self-conscious. Maybe we let it come out in weird ways. This is what I'm saying. Doesn't look like the hood to me much, does it? But there might be a hood inside you. There might be a hell inside you. Nice Porsche, bro. Cars on shirts. And that's what I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about when you let negativity sink in. When you don't know what you're doing, like this chick running behind you. And when you live in a war zone in your mind, I talked about it yesterday. Oh, she's getting to her car. Cool Mustang. You know? Well, that's not a Mustang. That's a Ford. You believe that's a Ford? No shit. But that's what it is. It's a battleground inside of our brains, and we'll get inside of it and we'll be like, what do other people think? What if they judge me? What if they're close to me? And I'm here to say, I gotta move anyway. I gotta move my brain away from the negativity, away from the messaging, away from the ants, the automatic negative thoughts. But apparently people want to hang out. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, bro. It's a life where you're inside your mind and you make it a battleground instead of a PlayStation. And that's what I wanted people to do, is grab the controller. Like my friend said, he's gonna go buy his daughter a new wheel for her F1 game, right? But he's been going 6 days of benders, drinking heavily, and now he has to have a dry day. He has to get sober enough, long enough to spend time with his daughter. The one thing that he wants the most. And that's what we have to do at Mostly Saints. You got to be like, what do I want the most? You know, what is my definite aim? Here's the train station. And when you define your aim, you purposely squeeze everything else out of the way. You literally say, that's not where I want to go. I don't want to go that way in my brain. I don't want to go living in my childhood and let it come out sideways. I had a reliable model hit me up going like, hey, I want to film. And I said, cool. And I looked at her page, and she had said she had acne, she had low self-esteem, she was hypersexual, she went and did in the Marines, and I was just like, wow, all these extracurricular activities just because of daddy issues, just because she didn't feel it from her father. And that's a weird situation. This is what you want to get closer. Get away from the weirdos. Get away from the weirdos. And that's what I do, bro. I stay away from the hell that wants to sink in me, and I make shine come out of me. And there's a difference. There's a full difference when your mind is a safe place versus it's making you do unsafe situations, making you do gangbangs, making you do drugs, making you not feel like you want to feel. Why are these people so close to me? They look weird to me, don't they? Weirdos. But that's what it is. It's a situation that you create before you even begin. You start telling yourself, that's the way it is. That's the way I grew up. That's the way I respond. And in all of that, it's all negative. Let's hope I keep my connection when I get on this train. Hold up. I'm meeting my friend in Helsinki. He came all the way, 3-hour train ride to come see me. And if I time it properly, guess what? He'll be here same time as me. Check it. Let's go in. So the hell sinks in, right? And this is such a cool little spot. I hope I still keep the connection. But we let the hell sink in, right? We get inside of our minds and we say shit like, I don't want to feel this way, or this is the way that it is, or why do I got so many strangers with me? You know what I'm saying? It's always this. People trying to get close to my energy. They're trying to get to the motivation. But the motivation's inside me. It's inside you too. You just decided to go in the opposite direction. Isn't this cool? Look how cool this is. This place is amazing to me. You know, I'm looking at this place like, look at this. This is where people come to catch the train to Helsinki. Isn't this crazy? There's a whole ass train station down below. And you already know. You know what I'm saying? Look, people getting close. And that's why I have to keep pulling away. There's a different way, you know, that we don't see every day, but it's in our minds. It's literally the vibe. And the vibe that we tell ourselves is the one that's going to make us either the most flexible. There's Helsinki in 7 minutes. Cool. We'll let the hell sink in. But last time I went this way for Tikkarila, this one goes to Helsinki for sure. Excuse me. That goes to Helsinki, right? This way? Yeah. Yo, okay, Kitos. Thank you. She's catching her train too. And that's what it's gonna have to be. You catching the train away from your brain, you know? Catching it before it leaves the station. Catching yourself, you know, tripping on past shit. Or still harnessing your family's regret. Or what do they call it? Generational trauma. What's up, brother? And that's what we do. We compound the issues. I know here at Saints Addiction, I have the power to control my brain, right? I have the power to control my brain. I have the power to do what I want to say and what I want to do with my motherfucking life, not what people think they're going to do or feel what they're going to do. I'm going to do what I tell my brain to do. And that's been the biggest advantage of my life, you know? It's not being scared of my own mind. It has to be a place that I run and it doesn't run me. Because if I let it run me, then I let it ruin me. I let it go into drugs and sex and gluttony and all the things that make me feel like I don't feel those problems anymore. And that's what I asked my friend. I said, what's going on with it? He said, it's not that I have the issues, it's I don't want to feel the issues. Check out this big ass motherfucker honker right here. I don't want to feel my issues. I want to bury them. I don't want to live with them. I want them to leave my body and go somewhere else so I don't have to feel them. And then when they come back up, like I feel this for opioids, all the pain that you've been suppressing is now insurmountable. Right? It just looks like a big gorilla that's on your back. People used to say, get the monkey off your back, because we let the monkey hang, bro. We let the monkey hang so hard. I'm the only one talking on this platform, by the way. It's fucking crazy, but that's what we do. We go inside of our brain and we go, you know what? Let's play that track. Let's go play the My Daddy Doesn't Love Me, Daddy Issues. Probably everybody's favorite track. I'll Show You, Dad. That's my favorite track. I'll Show You, Dad. You don't want to hang out with me. You don't want to spend time with me. Watch what I'm going to do with Saints Addiction. Watch what I'm going to do with your last name. And that's me inside, you know? You got to track the you inside, the hell inside you. And that's why I said hell sink in Helsinki. It's because the hell does sink in, bro. It sinks inside you, and then you live like that. You live in a hell inside your mind instead of it being a heaven. And then it can't always be happy, but I mean, at least it could be appreciative. At least it could be grateful, but we don't want to do that. No, we want to be quiet. We want to let the thoughts run to and fro. We want them to make us feel up and down. And then we ride this roller coaster in our minds or in our souls, and we go like, wow, that's how I go. I go from impulse to impulse to impulse. So it's like a desire, hunger, or desire, sex, feeling, hunger, mood switch. And that's what we want. We want a mood switch. We want to switch our mood from the tude that we're getting because we're in our own heads, being scared of our own minds, instead of being the type of person that can let the heaven sink in. We let the hell sink in. And this is why it's Helsinki. You just add an in at the end, right? The hell sink in. The hell sinks in. And then now we're not a happy human being. We're a sulking human being. We got our shoulders slumped, our structure slumps, our beliefs slump. And then we're not as positive as we can be. We're not as productive as we should be. And what we do is we go back to the gluttony. We go back to the vanity. We go back to the envy, and we go, okay, as long as people are jealous of me, then that'll be okay. Or as long as people think that I'm pretty, then I'll be okay. Or as long as I eat, and I'll be okay. And that's what we do. We eat our moods, right? You know what I mean? I used to eat my mood all the time. It was just like, this is the only way I could eat my emotions, was to let it come out of me sideways. But it's all the same of us is the same sideways. It's like, I'm not the only one with the 7 deadly sins, right? Saints addiction. It's everybody. Everybody has something where they uses it as an outlet. So maybe it's your ego, and you're like, okay, I don't feel like I'm enough, so let me post something. And then if I get enough likes, then I'm enough. And then when the likes come, it's not enough. You get a buzz, you get a numb, but you don't get to escape. You know, we're all practicing some form of escapism or distraction. That's the hell. When you let it sink in, like I talked about yesterday, when you actually just get to sit and be still and track your brain and track your thoughts and see why you're going insane, see why you're running from thought to thought, vision to vision, reaction to reaction. That's us inside, all of us. You can just look around, look at the convenience store, watch the people when they leave. What's the buzz that they need? Oh, I need some tobacco. Okay, I see you carrying your cigarettes. Okay, boom, I need the sugar. Oh, I see you want the uptake. They got the ice cream cones, the candy in their hand, and that's all they got. I literally watched these people, and it was like, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna be like, I'm with my girlfriend, I'm out in the sunshine, and I want an ice cream. That'll make me happy. And what we do is we do that quick sentence or that sequence to say that'll make me happy. And if I get that pizza, that'll make me happy. I'm lonely, but nobody's stopping me. And that's what we want to do. We want to go into a thing where we're so pretty. Look, aw, I love your hair. But that's what we do. We'll be scared, right? We'll do our hair, make it fully pink and purple, but not want anybody to see. It was like, wait, didn't you do that for people to see? Well, yeah, but I wanted them just for jealousy. I didn't want them for appreciation. I didn't want it for my own self-confidence. No, I wanted them to appreciate me when I couldn't appreciate me. So we look for external validation. We look for external sources to make us happy on side when it's a fucking inside battle. The whole thing is about the appreciation and the gratification, or not gratification, that would be the opposite of it. Gratefulness that we have what we have. I was talking with my Airbnb owner, but she's in South Africa, and guess what? She fucking said these guys don't know what they're missing. You know, they're always complaining and going on and on about what sucks life, and this is supposed to be the happiest place on earth, right? They're sucking their thumbs when some people don't have clean water just coming out of the tap. I was telling her in Vegas, we have crust coming around the faucets just from how heavy the water is and how much minerals in the water, and how I have to use a reverse osmosis water system, and how I have to filter the water, ask for water bottles, right? My friend's like, water bottles? What are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm thirsty. And like, there's no water bottles here, bro. This is for, here it comes. There's no water bottles here. You get the freshest water in the world from the tap. They have no clue how lucky they are. Going to Mom Mary's situation, those people didn't even pay attention. They had a refrigerator full of food. They had, there it is, Helsingfors. There's the Helsinki train. I don't think it's stopping for me anytime soon, bro. I don't think it's stopping for me anytime soon, bro. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. This is what it looks like when you're traveling. Let me show you. You already know what I look like. She looks so cute. Cool shoes. Let's go. I got you, bro. Yeah, there you go. Now we can get on. And that's what it's going to have to be. You know, it's going to have to be you living in a different reality. You not torturing your own mind and teaching it how to be negative. You want to be positive. You want to be able to that brain, leave your brain and say, I want my vibe. I want my head to work right. I want to see my friends and be healthy and be alive, for them to have lunch with me and eat perfect lunches and be healthy and use men's activities like working out. Like we went to the log gym and we went to Artemis and all the things, bro. All the glory to our lives instead of to our lies. You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean? Real eyes, real lies, real lies. Yeah, when we realize the real lies that we start telling ourselves, you know, the little secret whispers. I'm trying to impress my dad. I remember watching a business magazine and it said, okay, when you're making this decision for your business, what'll it be? And they said, are you trying to beat your dad? And I was like, that is so me, bro. That is me trying to over accomplish 5 different brands, travel the world 5 different times, get do jumping jacks and backflips for people that aren't even paying attention. And that's exactly what it is. That's your boy Will Smith telling everybody you're trying to impress people that don't even know you exist. And we do that all the fucking time. We go inside of our minds and we say to ourselves, you know, as long as I'm at the top dog, or as long as I have money, or as long as I'm happy in the now, I'll sacrifice the later. I'll sacrifice the 7 days it takes off my life. Psychedelic backpacks. The 7 days it takes off my life, and every time I smoke a cigarette, or the self-belief that I'm not worthy enough for love, and then I look for people that just like me instead of actually love me, or I look for the lust instead of the real love. And I was like, this is all susceptible. We're all watching the same TV shows, we're all watching the same movies. There's always a hero that has to overcome insurmountable odds and then finds real love and gets the girl at the end, and we all get love. That's what we want, but that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Instead, it's a torture zone. It's a hell inside that we can't even see. And I keep telling people, you don't want to be like that. You don't want people to feel that vibe off you, that you only believe in the negativity, or that all you do is feel bad about yourself, or that your situation can't be changed. You just don't seem to leave your frame. You don't leave the frame. The train moves forward, but you don't leave the frame. To not leave the frame, oh, they're doing bike trading. That's pretty cool. To not leave the frame means that you're ruminating. That means you're holding the frame still. But if you're really on the train, of course the frame has to move, bro. It has to move and change. But we hold on to emotions like frames. We hold it up like a picture on the wall and say, I'm gonna hang my feelings on this wall and stare at it every day. And then it drives me to drink, or then it drives me to smoke, or then it drives me to eat. And then we wonder why it's so compulsive. We wonder why it's such an addiction. You know what I mean? And it's an addiction because it's an escapism, right? We all have forms of escapism. Maybe you don't want to admit it, but it's true. And when we do what we do, here comes the train station, right? When we do that, right, now we lose our power. Now we're on the different train. Now we're on that train headed in the opposite direction of where we were supposed to go, instead of the train inside of our brain that wants to go work out, or go for a walk, or go into nature, or do something that's positive with our lives and help ourselves, our future selves, away from those feelings, away from those pains, away from whatever's driving us insane. And I promise you, it is something in everyone. It's just the way that it is. I'm looking on my comments. I'm gonna see where my friend is. He's supposed to be meeting me. I'm at 10:40, so I got 10 minutes to be there. And yeah, he hasn't messaged me yet. So this is super dope. I'm gonna do something like that. What does it say? Where are my local quick turnaround merch people? Stickers, buttons, Yeah, there's me, bro. There's your boy Marquis Saint. Oh, thanks for. It's hard to do this from here. There they said, I thought that Mark Saint might do something like that. I sure do. Stickers in an hour, bro. You already know, though. Let me hit with the I sure do. But that's what I do. I keep it on I sure do instead of I can't or I won't or what if. I used to live here. Oh, no, never mind. Yup. I sure do. I sure do tell myself good things. I sure do go outside. I sure do move past my fear. I sure did talk to three reliable models yesterday, and one of them was so cute. And I was like, if I didn't open my mouth, if I didn't leave the house, if I just like smoked a cigarette or a spliff on the, what do you call it? Here's another train station. Let me get over here and do this. Or a spliff, right? I would have tripped. I would have tripped myself out. I would have pissed myself off. I would have been susceptible to some bullshit that I didn't want it to happen. And that's how it happens. We end up being that way to ourselves. We end up being rude to ourselves. We end up being shady. And then we don't know why our feelings are this way. We don't know why. So here's in an hour. We don't know why the loud people want to be on their phone next to me. I have no idea, but that's what we do, dude. We seek it out, and if you really know what's going on, then you really want to be aware of your situation instead of ducking your situation and feeling a certain way. You want to leave that zone and come up with a different strategy. You want to be the type of person that can find a way outside of their brain instead of being trapped by their thought or their feeling. And that's what it happens. If you're trying to chase feelings, they're like dragons. They're like chasing your tail. You know what I mean? When you chase your tail, you can't find a way out of the circle. You can't find a way out of the cycle because you think that the escape is the next part of the tail. As soon as you turn around, you'll be like, oh, I bit my tail. Well, actually, you bit yourself. You know what I mean? You actually bit your own tail, and you're like, yo, I'm the one that was drinking last night. I'm the one that fucking smoked too much. That's why my lungs hurt. That's why my gut hurts. That's why my liver's throbbing. And people don't want to talk about that, dude. They don't want to be like, oh, I'm the one drilling holes in my canoe. I have no accountability. I have no self-control. I have no sphere of influence. I'm just going back and forth. Every feeling, every situation that I've ever been through, I just bounce between either an emotion or a past reaction or some kind of trauma that we can't even see. We live in those zones inside of ourselves, and we're like, why has it got to be like that? Why am I like that? You know what I mean? Where's my psychologist at? And it's like, you're the psychologist if you really want to be. It's tracking emotions, tracking ideas, tracking responses. That's a task. I actually did that. I actually had to get into the fucking thing and process the whole fucking thing on a piece of paper and go every interaction. Why did it go that way? Why did I feel like I had some static? Why did I fight that person? Why did I react that way? And then it happened the other day. The girl goes, yeah, I noticed that you were like wanting to do the dishes. And I'm like, yeah, nobody does the dishes for me. And then she was like, why are you soaking your pants? And I'm like, I want to remove the stain. And she was just like, it's cold outside. Are you getting enough sleep? And I'm like, you're mothering me. And she was like, I am that kind of way. And I'm like, yeah, you are. I can sense there's a mother in you. And I'm like a baby wolf. I'm like wild and somebody in a zoo that you can't tame. You know what I mean, bro? Like, I'm not used to real love. I'm not used to society. I'm not used to people doing dishes for me. I'm used to being alone. Every responsibility is up to me. And then out comes somebody else that's caring for me or showing me some care, showing me some love. And I'm like, why did I respond that way? If you tracked every response that you had during the day or every feeling that you started to feel, you would be like, holy shit, no way. And what did you do after? That was the big question, right? What'd you do right after you had the feeling? Odds are ice cream, chocolate, sex, something like that. You'll be like, that's what I want, bro. I want to get really high. Check this out. This thing's fucking right here, right by the train. This is gonna be dope. By the time we get in, it'll only be my half-hour show, but I'll be there with my friend right off the bat. We'll be there right on time. He'll be like, where you at? And I'll be on my live picking them up and doing the morning motivation at the same time. But that's what it is, bro. It's the opposite of the thing you're probably doing. It's probably the opposite of your instincts, because your instincts will be your feelings, right? You'll be on some, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. And that's what we do, dude. We stay trapped inside our brains. We stay insane in the membrane, insane in the membrane, insane in the brain. Thanks for the like. Check out this art too. You guys are gonna love this right in. We're almost into Helsinki. This is what is this? Malmi station? No, Miramaki. So yeah, when you're at Travel by Saints, there is a bit of escapism. I do go to other places to avoid like the drama I had in not Finland, in Vegas, or away from people that aren't doing anything with their lives. Or even when I get here, I still have friends that have severe addictions, to amphetamines, methamphetamines, alcohol. Alcoholism is rampant here. PTSD. Like I said, my friend's waking up three o'clock in the morning to the sweats. And it's like you're having the best part of your life. And if you can't enjoy your life, if you can't enjoy your brain, right, if you can't enjoy the ride that is your life, and that's what life is. Life is the enjoyment of passing of time. The passing of the time you should be enjoying. You shouldn't be struggling. You shouldn't be doing mental push-ups. You shouldn't be beating yourself up. And I'm telling that to myself too. It was just like, it's something I had to learn. Look at this, it's cool. We're going in a tunnel, y'all. Hope you can see. Do you see those eyes? That was so cool. And that's what we do. We go inside of our minds, and then we're like, oh no, we're in the hellscape. We're in the Helsinki. We're in the Helsinki. And check that out, dude. Homeboy's fucking boxing something over there. That's so fucking cool. And this thing, I wonder if you can see it clear. Yeah. We'll do it that way. So, see you far. Good morning, bro. How are you? Agreed, bro. Everybody needs. Check out this chick's face here too. This is some cool graffiti on shirts. But yeah, man, this was the whole precipice of this morning's motivation. Was I didn't want to be the person that's the detriment to myself. Peering outwards. Yeah, bro. And then peering inwards, looking at myself and go, okay, what happens after someone doesn't like me? Boom, spark a blunt. Get in an argument, boom, spark another blunt. Have some frustrations in my life, boom, there goes another blunt. And it's like, oh, that's what's happening. I can't self-regulate. I'm gonna go chase, and then I'm chasing my tail, and then I'll bite myself in the tail later, and I'll be mad at myself, and I'll be like, what happened, bro? And I was like, you happened to yourself, bro. You were the one that got up, and instead of being grateful in the morning, you started going, what do I gotta do? Or instead of waking up early in the sunrise and the sun is you're on some alarm. And I haven't woken up to an alarm clock in forever. The girl's like, you need more sleep. I'm like, bro, I'm a beast. I wake up to the sunrise almost every day. She was like, really? And I'm like, hell yeah, I do. I got like 50 photos and 60 photos, over 100 photos of just every morning rising to the sunshine, because I'm not in prison, or I'm not in jail, or I have control over my own mind and my body. And it just feels good. It feels good to be up and alive in a situation that I created, where I'm traveling the world, and I have safe places, and then I have friends, and then I'm making opportunities, and my business. Don't even get me started. Intersect.ai, bro. We're kicking ass, taking names. I met another guy that wants to sign up too. We almost got 3 salesmen in like less than a week. We went from, I wonder who's going to work here, to people are asking for shirts and polos, bro. It's so fast. That's how fast our brains are. It's listening to us on a constant basis. It's literally saying, what are you saying to yourself? What vibe you want today? What kind of mood do you want to choose? And that's what we do. We get moody. We stay in that mood. Nobody can stop us. We'll be just talking to ourselves, going like, oh, let me sit here longer on my phone, or oh, let me watch another binge watch of a TV series, or let me call a friend and bitch about the same thing to the next friend, and never accomplish anything. Instead of using the struggle as our drive, instead of making that the new fuel, what do? We double down on fear. We double down on insecurities. We double down on competitiveness. We go look for someone else to make us feel better. We'll be like, okay, let me call this friend. Oh, didn't work. Didn't get enough dopamine. Let me call the next friend. Oh, that didn't work. Need more dopamine. Let me get another beer. Well, nope, synthetic dopamine made me feel good for a minute, but now I need another one. And not only do I need another one, bro, like I need another one, right? Like I got a pull desire, because if I don't have that other one, now all of a sudden, I see, bro. If I don't have that one, now all of a sudden I need something else badly. Badly. Like, if if I don't have it, the emotions come flooding back in, the fear comes flooding back in, the scared, all of it. Just like I'm afraid of it all. So you gotta be block, 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 block. I don't want none of it. Don't bring any of it here. I don't want to live in my brain rent free. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. We're in our heads, something tough, and we don't even want to express it unless we have something to let it out. Pretty simple shit, but that's what it is. You know, it's one of those things where I was like, man, if I could just do something with this energy, if I could just do something with this power, we'll see what will happen. We shall see. And I will show it to me, and then I'll believe, and then it'll be reinforcing, and then I'll have it. And then this be, do, have, not have, do, be. Because if you're like, if I have it, it's external. But if I be it, it's internal. And that's what my spiritual mentor, Terry Prince, taught me. Just straight up. Let's see, we are almost at, we got about 9 minutes to pick up my friend. Yeah, he's gonna be, I should be there in 15 minutes, he said. So, yeah, you can sit here, 20 minutes and chill here. Yeah, no worries. And that's what it's gonna have to be, you know. He said he should be in Helsinki in about 15 minutes. So that was at 10:35. 15 minutes would be 40, 50. Yeah, 9 minutes. He should be there in about 9 minutes. We're right on time. He has the power no one else has. We all have it, bro. That's when I wanted to transmute it. It was like, if you don't stop it, no one else will start it. And then my friend was like, you know what? No one's gonna come smacking the cookies out of your hand, bro. You know, till my friend actually smacked the cookies out of my hand, I was fucking looked on it, bro. I was like, yeah, it's the sugars, the sugars. I went back and snuck some sugar, like I was sneaking some cocaine, you know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's crazy. It makes me go insane that I'm this way, that I'm like the type of person that can't keep my head straight, that I can't be the type of person that, yeah. 4 more stops. You can count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stops. But yeah, power inside. Instead of that outside forces influencing me and scaring me, what other people's opinions are, or what they feel, or what they're judging me. Oh my God, I got a cool outfit. I don't give a fuck about any of those things, man. I live in my own life. They're living their own lives. They're on their phones. They're being loud. I'm being loud. Let's all be loud together. Let's all be weird together. Let's all do something together instead of fighting against each other or fighting against the force or looking for external source or trying to fucking cover up and trying to buy what's inside. You can't buy it. There's not enough bags. There's not enough reactions for every feeling that we have. That was what trips me out. It's like, oh shit, I feel happy. Oh shit, I feel sad. Like you can't swallow enough candy bars that fast. And it wouldn't work too. You could eat chocolate cake till you're dead in the face and it would be like, nope, it's not enough. And you're like, fuck, what do I gotta do? You know? And you can do everything that you want to except for the things that you need to. And that's what we're doing. We're looking for the have. If I have that purse, I'll be happy. If I have that car, then she'll want me. If I have the weight loss, then I'll be healthy. And it was just like, why don't you start walking for that health? Why don't you start go after it and make yourself feel healthy from the inside? There's endorphins, there's dopamine, real dopamine, like not the synthetic one that wears away, but the one that makes you smile at the neighbors. Like, dude, it's everything, and it's all in front of us. But what do we want to do? We want to hide, and that's what I saw my friend doing. He's like, I'm on a bender. I'll keep hiding. Next day, next day, next day, and then finally, my friend had a dry day, and his hands were shaking, dude. I was like, oh no, and he was recycling beer cans just so he can take care of himself and make those hands stop shaking. We're getting closer. If you can't tell, when you get to Helsinki, everything gets like more fancy, bro, like super fancy. And that's what we do, dude. We transmute ourselves into our problems. We compete with other people. We compare to other lives. We escape into the phone, right? Like there's a whole nother life out there, and you're watching somebody else live it instead of living your own and making it a story. You're posting stories, or you're letting people know that you're happy, you really died inside, or all the fake posture, the virtue signaling, the what's it called, narcissism, the what's it called when you do the other thing, the depression flip inside and out. That's what we're doing. We're flipping our depression inside and out, and we're just like, oh shit, why do I feel good? It was like, go outside with me, bro. Go outside with me. Come take a ride with me, bro. Let's go eat something. And guess what happened, bro? He fucking started doing better. Check this out. I think this is part of the Olympic Stadium, I think. I'm not sure. Pass a lot. We're almost close, bro. One more stop and we're in fucking time. Let me see. 4 more minutes. We got 4 more minutes to go. But, you know, it's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be sanity. I wanted to be calm. I wanted it to be serenity. So I started to listen to I am affirmations. I started pumping myself full of it every day. Either it's a Neville Goddard, or maybe it's a Napoleon Hill, or maybe it's a I am affirmations, or maybe it's a megahertz. But whatever it is, I'm just doing that because that makes me feel the happiest. You know, like longevity wise, when you're healthy, you feel better. You know, you don't have zapped your energy. My buddy's energy was zapping because of his mentality. I thought that was crazy. Check this out. This is all getting built right now. It was being built from last time. Check out these big ass towers. How cool is that? I don't know what the fuck they're building now, but every day of our lives, we're building towards it or we're stacking against it. I hate to tell you, you have to ante up every day of your life. You go to the poker table and you got to put your chips down and you got to play. And you're like, I don't want to play today. Well, guess what? It'll still take your chips. It'll still take a day. It'll still take your mind. It'll still take everything that you've ever wanted in your life is going to be happening. And that's what we do, bro. We do it to ourselves. We do it every fucking time. And no one else is going to know but our lives. So this is why you got to be ready. I'm checking who's messaging me. Hold on. Endorsed products. Nice. Perfect. Another reliable model. Let's go. And then my friend said be there in about 2 minutes. We're down to 2 more minutes and one stop. So let's go. We're in the tunnel. And what a tunnel it is to travel in your mind from the darkest of sides and into the light, into a way where you're not beating yourself up. Look at those clouds, bro. We've been planning this trip for about 2 months, and now look at this. This is how they turn trains around. That's fucking dope. Yeah, bro, it's so fucking cool to be able to see old buildings and come into the big city and meet friends. It gives me a natural high. Seeing friends I haven't seen in a long time is probably one of my favorite feelings. If you ever get a chance, bust out a list and write down your favorite feelings. I dare you to. Triple Dog dare you to. Be like, what are the favorite feelings without drugs, without other people, without bullshit? What's my favorite feelings? And I'm telling you now, this is my favorite feelings. I love it. I love it so much. You know, like meeting friends I haven't seen before, going places I haven't been, doing something different, or all my new natural buzzes instead of let's go smoke another one, or let's drink, or let's snort another one. None of those things are going to keep me outside. Those things are going to keep me healthy. None of those things are going to keep me out of my mind. I needed to distract my friend, basically, is what happened. And I did. I was like, dude, you're hungry. You're lonely, you're tired, then you're not operating properly. And that's what he was saying with me. I was like, bro, you got to be able to relax, man. Relax, dude. He's so stressed that his body started to shut down on him. He couldn't even go to the gym. He couldn't even look at this water. It's so beautiful down in Helsinki. He couldn't even go to the gym to relieve himself. His mind, look at those gyms down there. There's the David gyms. Those are so cool. Outside gyms. We need those everywhere around the world, but that's what it is. You know, it's a way of life. It's a mentality. It's a lifestyle that you're going to say nice things to yourself, that you're going to be kind to yourself, that you're going to be kind to others. And it's like, yeah, I feel that way. Yeah, for sure. Why wouldn't you feel that way? Why wouldn't you want to feel that way? Look at this spring day. It's a beautiful day too, dude. We're gonna get into this day. I haven't seen him in about Timo. I haven't seen in about 3 years, 2 years, 2 years. And look at this. What a fucking view. What a view. I remember walking over there. It was beautiful on a spring day with my ex-girlfriend. I remember walking down here, all these old buildings from 18th century maybe, and then you get all the 21st century buildings too. They're like really fucking cool. Yeah, I know. Look at this. They always put a building, the white one, right next to a church. The church is probably 1800s, and that's a 21st century. I don't even know what to call that thing. It's like amazing. All the architecture, all the bullshit. You know, it's all fucking something else, bro. Look at this place. We're going into Helsinki, dude. One more minute. Let me see. You have the power. No one else. I have the power, bro. Let me see. He hasn't messaged me. Okay. 2 more minutes. So we're late by 2 minutes. Let's see how close he is. But yeah, here's downtown Helsinki. We're pulling in, I don't know, one more stop maybe. And then after we get done with this stop, then guess what? People will be done with their conversations in front of me, and I can speak freely. That's kind of crazy. I don't know. Let's have two phone conversations next to each other and then get up and leave as soon as you're done talking. I think you should have found a better place to talk. But that's what people do. We do weird behaviors because we're a little bit shy, or we're a little bit scared, or we're a little bit weird, and we're like, nobody's going to believe in our weird. Everybody's going to judge us, and then what am I going to do if they judge me? And then you won't even see them in 5 minutes, and you're going to be worried about someone else instead of worried about yourself. And it's a form of escapism. So yeah, we got one more stop maybe, and then I'm in Helsinki, and he hasn't messaged me, so I think we're on time. If we weren't on time, then I would have to, I don't think this is Helsinki yet. Let's see. Helsingford. Is this? It is Helsinki. Okay, everybody's getting off the train. Let's go, bro. Yes. Helsinki, right? This is Helsinki, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, brother. All right. What a full-on trip, bro. That we've been doing this. And all these people come into the city, and just in time for me to meet my friend too. Watch. Let's go, bro. I'm gonna smoke. Finish the morning motivation. You know what I mean? Finish this last joint. Make my life rizite. And start being in my mind, you know, instead of being against myself. I'm gonna push power of positivity and the power of the now. And my power, I have the power of I love my life, right? And scare all these people half to death. You know, that's the power that I have. Not some scary shit, but on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where he's at. Watch me pull up and him pull up at the same time. And that's the fantastic part of life. Look at the bright side of life. That's what we're gonna do. Damn, this train almost pulled up and touched. That's what we're gonna do, folks. We're gonna look at the bright side of life and find my friend and spend a day in Helsinki enjoying him and enjoying real reality, real friends, real friendship, real time, real peace of mind, you know? Not some I'm trying to run to something else, or I have a goal. I told him. I said my only goal is to hang out with you, bro. My only goal is to hang out with you, and that's it. I got nothing else I want to do. He said, I want to do some shopping. Is that okay with you? I said, bet. Let's go shopping. You know, let's go eating too. Let's do more eating than shopping, and that's what we're gonna do, bro. We're gonna go out into this world, and we're gonna explore, and we're gonna get the most out of our fucking lives, bro. I love my life. Like, there's a little bit of shine right there just for me to love my life, and I'm here down in Helsinki looking at weird outfits, looking at architecture, leaving the Tikkarila Triangle and meeting up with a friend that I haven't seen in a minute. You know, in a minute. Let that hell sink in. There it is, Helsinki, baby. Let's go around this. I need to get to the other train center, I think. Look at that. Our kioski. That's the Helsinki 7-Eleven. This is Finland 7-Eleven. And I think this is a bus station. Obviously. And I know I'm on a journey. I just don't know where my friend is. So we're going to have to coordinate. Watch this. He's gonna hit me up because he's on Precision, and then I'm gonna be like, "Where you at though? Did he message me yet? Let's see. Did he message me yet? I know there's a lot of weird outfits. Did he message me yet? I'll be there in 15. I'm gonna wait for him to call me. It's almost 11 a.m. in Helsinki. And look, the trees are blooming. It's still kind of cold, so everybody's still wearing their coats. You know, it's late May and it's still fucking cold. If you ever want to come to Helsinki, you got to be prepared for that. This is basically the North Pole, bro. And everybody in here knows already what it is, bro. You know what I mean? It's a fucking cold bitch, bro. Can you imagine this with snow? Oh, hell no. This is Helsinki. Look how many people there are. People getting hit by buses and shit. God damn. In the center of it all. Oh, here's the train station. I'm here. So where's my friend? Oh, look how cute she is with her boots. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to tell her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, yeah, yes, nice boots. Do you see? People don't even see each other. Look, aw. She got a little bit of a smile. 14 degrees and it's still cold outside, bro. It's chippy. But yeah, my boy's gonna be meeting me right here by the end of the show. Look at these beautiful flowers. Such a fucking amazing experience with the tulips and walking around Helsinki. This is what I absorb. This is what brings me wholeness, that I did something with my Saturday. Instead of being hungover from Friday, I'm over here looking at all these beautiful white tulips planted underneath beautiful things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take a picture. And this is Helsinki. Let that Helsinki in. That's the view right there. Right there. That's the view. Come on, phone. Work a little bit. Working against me here. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful, bro. Let that Helsinki in. 1, 2, and 3. Watch people staring too. Look at them, look at them, look at them. Oh, they're gonna get in my photo. Look, because I was doing a photo, they're doing a photo. How cute is that, dude? You know, that's the Chinese energy. When I used to go in China and I used to take photos, motherfuckers would stop and I would take photos of the trash can. So they would go to the trash can, take pictures of that, and then I could go take the picture of the thing that I actually wanted. Yeah. Helsinki, baby. Let that Helsinki in. We're downtown Julie Brown doing the damn thing. And I'm going to meet up with my friend and watch. He'll be coming any minute. And that was this morning's motivation, was to meet up with a friend, get real dopamine from them. Because every time I see a friend I ain't seen in a minute, it makes me feel better about myself. I feel like life is meant to be lived, that I can't believe I experienced going to Berlin and meeting him and hanging out at Artemis and look at all the cute outfits, you know? Like, you're wearing a skirt, girl, go get them in the cold, bro. And this is it. This is the life that we live. And some of the times, I'll get to this one spot, I'll show you, because there's so much traffic, but it's my favorite view in Helsinki, next to the city center here. That's pretty cool. City center looks pretty dope. She said, I'm so sorry. That's hilarious. You don't have to be sorry. You can just be real. Let me get it here. Let me do another one. There it is. Yeah, bro. If you get a chance, this is where I'm going to be meeting my friends. My favorite view. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to hang out right here and watch everybody just walk by like a motherfucker. Let's check out the traffic. People in their morning coffees. Looks like I'm in San Francisco at Starbucks. This probably is Starbucks. No, it's not. You know, all the people in their high fashion. But what are they saying? What are they saying to themselves? They're probably reinforcing themselves with the same emotions that they had before. They're probably saying the same shit that they woke up thinking and the same feelings that they had the other day. And because they want to go and escape, it's just like go flow, 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 flow. Our best outlet is friends, 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 friends. When you have the opportunity, they're going to change they're going to change the subject. They're going to change the channel. They're going to change their whole minds and mentality inside. It's like when you're around family, you think they're worried about bills right now? I think not. You know, if you want to be doing any kind of things, which you want to be doing, is distracting yourself with healthy things. That's what Saints Addiction's all about, right? I had to find healthy alternatives that pulled me, just like my dreams. You know what I mean? It pulled me to be a certain way. It pulled me to feel a certain way, and then I would have to react to that feeling. And then instead of being in action, it was reaction. And that's what I want people to have. I like that. In action, I'm in action instead of reaction. In action over reaction. And that's what you want to be. You want to be in action. You go, my definitive aim is to do what? What is my definite aim and what are my goals? And you get back to that instead of going backtrack or fucking up or feeling a certain type of way. What you do is you say, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to take that feeling that I just got, transmute it into a workout, or transmute it into an adventure, or transmute it to a friend, and make my feelings say amen. Make my reality feel better than it was too. So if you ever get a chance, make sure that you do the best by you. You know, do something for your future self that you can thank yourself for, instead of being in pain and numb and all the other things. You know what I'm saying? This guy's already drunk and screaming at people, bumping into strangers, you know, red in the face and drunk with his mind, and all the other things that we do to ourselves. That's what we're doing to ourselves. We're hurting ourselves instead of helping ourselves. And I wanted people to get away from the hurt. I wanted people to get away from the suffering. I wanted them to be in a safe place in their brain, so it doesn't have to need any apology. It doesn't need external validation. It doesn't need what is it? We were talking about like a shield over the trigger. You know, there's a little shield over the trigger of a nuclear button just in case someone slips and falls, right, and launches it. You needed a shield over your buttons. You know, like a trigger shield. You know, you need what is it? Coping mechanisms, healthy coping mechanisms, things that actually work. I really appreciated this reliable model reaching out today, because she had been in the military, had acne, had daddy issues, and what she said to herself was, you know what? Let me get some self-esteem and go work out. Let me go really hard on working out, and then now I'm obsessed and create an eating disorder and start doing anabolic steroids and competing so my daddy will see me and finally appreciate me and date toxic men, to I need to change my trauma responses. That's what's giving me acne. I need to change my triggers. I need to have trigger warnings, so that way next time, and there will be a next time, something comes up in my mind, I don't get triggered. I don't get scared. I don't make it worse. I double down. Look at the smile on this guy's face with the flowers. He has a happy thought. He's doing happy things, and that's what we want to be. We want to be in the happiness. We want to be in the happiness of our world and our minds and all the situations that we have. That's what I wanted people to have. I wanted him to have calm inside. Check out this guy's hoodie. I'm always checking out the fashion. Yeah, that's pretty cool. One flower pattern, and boom, you already sold a hoodie on some guy that's walking around Helsinki talking to a girl, not even thinking about what kind of shirt he wore. You know what I mean? Like, dude, and this is what it is. All of us, little ants, chasing to a different destination. We wouldn't have gone outside out of our comfort zone if we had thought that it didn't even matter, right? Like, we wouldn't leave your comfort zone. What you would do is you would stay in your shell, stay in your home, stay comfortable, stay couch locked, and then never come out and see other people living, getting outside of their brain, probably going to school, probably going to meet a friend, probably going to work out. I've seen so many workout outfits and friends and people with different things than problems, you know, with adventures and instead of challenges. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an obstacle course, it's an opportunity. And literally doing those mental push-ups in our brains to reinforce the activity. We'll say it to ourselves and we'll believe it. Why not turn it around and actually believe it? Why not actually do something about it? And that's what I want people to do. I want them to do something with that energy, do something with that difficulty, turn that fear into fuel, turn that frown upside down, and go make your fucking life. It's working for me. And I was a severe depression person. I was talking about like not eating for like 4 days or not brushing my teeth. I see a lot of cameramen, you know, and all these things. Take a picture. Keep those. Thank you, bro. Every time I see somebody with a camera, I'm like, take a picture. So that way one day when they process the photos, they'll be like, there was some dude randomly coming over there from Vegas. Yep, I was there, you know, like signing the ledger at the wedding or at the museum or at the art exhibit we went to. I signed the ledger. Vegas was here, baby. Vegas was here in Helsinki, living his blessed life. You know what I mean? Just observing people and their fashion and their smiles and their energy. Look how happy these people are. They have a child together. She has protection. They have clothing and it's cool and they're on an adventure. I don't think you're beating the happiness. I'm like, if we're in a happy contest right now, and you see all these people, how many people are actually smiling? Rewind this video and tell me how many people do you think are actually smiling, and then you'll see people that'll almost smile, but then they'll check their teeth, or if this girl just did check their lipstick, you know, or almost smile but fix their hair, or almost breathe but nope, chase the phone. You know, it sucks because we have the opportunity to heal ourselves. We just steal ourselves. We steal ourselves away from the time and the opportunity and the place that we are. We make it a battle zone, and that's just not as cool as it should be. I'm wondering where my friend is. Why hasn't he messaged me? Why hasn't he messaged me? Interesting. I'm certain he'll be doing it in any time now. Let me get this thing and do it this way. Let me see. Hold tight. Let me see. She's cute. Look at her with her little dress and leggings. It's fucking cool. You know what I mean? Yes, blessed. Reliable Models is blowing up. Yes, blessed. You had a chance to look at a human and smile, but you went for your phone. Yes, blessed. You know, you had the opportunity to smile again, but you decided to go back inside yourself and keep it gloomy. Like, we are making those decisions left, right, and straight, bro. I have news for you, son. I got 99 problems, but my brain ain't one hit me, you know? Yep, even for the selfies, you know? Even for the friendships, even for the longevity. You're going to have to go outside and find it inside yourself, boys and girls. I keep saying it's an inside job, but no one's playing. They're not playing the inside game. They're playing the outside game. And I'm saying go outside. We outside. And as soon as my soul's in nature, I already feel better. Boom, baby, boom. We get another model. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. Yes, blessed. Yes, blessed. Let's go. Where's homie, though? He's fucking up the touchdown. Phone's about to die. Yeah, dude, that's what we do. I send out shirts and I just making sure that I get the photos back, bro. You'd be surprised how many times I've sent out shirts. I have in-state models, out-of-state models, international models. I have a whole list. You'll have to get on it. Name, address, phone number, Instagram, email, anything that'll stop a package. And yeah, as soon as we get you on the list, I know your size and your style, and then we'll get you make some stuff. You know what I mean? That's what we want to do. We want to be giving out shirts to girls and representing Saints Addiction, which is more counterculture, sexual, mushrooms, marijuana, or mostly Saints, the good and bad in people, or LVOG, but I don't think you're from Vegas, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Aw, you're so beautiful. And she didn't even smile. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's like, why do your hair and not your smile? You know what I mean? Yeah. Why stare at your phone and not the trees? Why not live the life that you want to live? And that's this morning's motivation, baby. That's exactly what it is. And we're going to keep doing it time and time again. I'm going to call my friend, see where he's at, and then we're going to pick him up. It's been an hour. He didn't answer. So I didn't see him, but like that'll be the perfect morning motivation right there, the show right there. Oh my God, girl, get him. Butts on shirts. Jeesh. I'm gonna cross right now. Shit. I'm gonna follow that ass though. Where's my buddy? Timo.
Hi.
Yo, I gotta tell her. I gotta tell this girl. Butts on shirts. Hey bro, where you at?
I was heading to Tokmanni, but now I suppose I'm gonna turn around. It's your arrive to Helsinki.
I don't see you though. I'm gonna tell this girl.
Where are you?
I'm right here in front of the train station.
Train station. Okay, I'll walk there. I'm like 200 meters away.
Okay, I've been here the whole
So
time.
I'll call you when I'm near. So
Okay,
just like 2 minutes. Okay.
okay,
Bye.
okay. Perfect timing. I had to tell her. Excuse me. I'm sorry I had to interrupt, but I do reliable models on Instagram, and I thought you would definitely have to get a women's workout tank. I think it would be awesome if you had one. I was just putting it out there.
I already have some.
You already have merch?
Yeah.
Well, I make bucksonshirts.com.
Here in Finland?
Yes, just make my own shirts right here. So this is my brand. So if you see reliable models on Instagram, give us a follow, and I'll get you a shirt.
Well, that's nice. What's your name on Instagram?
Reliable models. Yeah, and all I ask is the girls to make me look good. I travel the world, and
right
yeah,
here?
totally. Look, reliable models. All these girls model for me around the world. I just look for girls and ask them to wear my clothing. That's me. All of them, from Las Vegas to Thailand to South Korea. I'm Mark, by the way. Icy? AC. Nice to meet you. Yeah, thanks for the follow. And yeah, if you don't mind, if I get you a shirt, just let me know your shirt size, and I make them all the time. Yeah, you can choose the design now. Yeah. If you tell me your size, you can choose from designs.
Yeah, but now I don't have time to think about it.
No worries, babes. Nice to meet you. And that's part of the bravery, bro. That's part of it. And then you just go and look at the right time, right to the end. Yo!
Well, I was just about to
See?
show you that I'm right
Yeah,
here.
yo. No, we need to take a photo, bro. Oh, you're still calling me. I'm gonna hang up on you, though. Yo, you're still calling me.
I guess it's delayed or something.
Something happened. Here we go. Ready, bro? How long's it been?
Is it 2 years?
2 years, bro. 2 years.
Great, Arthur.
Ah, yes.
All right.
We're doing it, bro.
Yeah.
We're doing it. Now we're in on it. So I'm gonna say Chigata to my live. Chigata. And you guys go have a blessed day. Peace. That was so funny, bro.
Still doing the live?
Well, no, I was doing